Hi, my name is Ola and I wanted to try a new form of video. Let me know if you like it, and without further ado, let's get started. So lately I've joined a new fandom, and by that I mean I really started to fangirl. Of course I'm talking about Steven Universe fandom, if you haven't figured out yet. I'm not trying to hide the fact that I first watched that because the Lapidot ship was looking similar to Craig and Twig from South Park. But I have to admit it, after a few episodes I really got into that cartoon. It's been a while since the Gravity Falls have ended and we have to move on, so why don't we watch something with more than 2 seasons? I mean, 2 seasons? Really? Anyways, I got even more into this show when it turned out that Carnage is a fusion and Peridot and Lapis started to live together. Lapidot forever. I think this show is pretty fun and it's showing diversity of society. I also like the idea of Carter's presentation. Each gem has their own sort of queen, I guess. I mean the diamond. Each gem is assigned to diamond depending on their skin color. Every type of gem is different. Peridots are smart and know how to use technology. Sapphires knows the future. Pearls are ladies in waiting, and so on. I'm this type of person who likes the label, so I was happy when I saw the hierarchy in the show. The more noble each gem, the higher is their position. Before I jumped into Lapidot, because they're kind of my OTP at the moment, I wanted to mention Greg and, Steven himself, because this cartoon is about him or something, I don't know. I'm kidding. I like to read books or watch shows/movies that are about single dads. We don't really get to see single parenthood by dads in the modern pop culture. Usually we see mothers being the ones who have to take care of their children. Besides Twilight and Fangirl, I'm sure there's much more books that I'm not aware of that include single dads, but let's just stick with this. In my opinion, Greg does a great job. As far as I read on internet, source BuzzFeed, I know that he's the one doing grocery shopping for Steven and the gems, and he's always there for help. He might look a little awkward with his ripped jeans and uneven tan, but he's still awesome. In the episode called Mr. Greg, we saw him in totally different light. We get to see him interacting with Pearl and discussing the loss. This whole episode was more musical style, which I more than love because I don't know if you know that, but I really do love musicals. Unless they are only about love. Then I don't like them that much. Like La La Land. I mean, how many songs can you write about love? Is there any limit? I hope so. I again lost my track. Returning. Greg is a very sensitive guy that tried to do his best to provide his son Steven fun because he knows that he can't protect him anymore. It's a little heartbreaking for me to watch them, especially when Steven gets into a fight and Greg can only watch from behind. During the seasons, we can see Steven growing up, even if his body doesn't change. As we know from episode Steven's birthday. From the interview that I saw earlier, I know that the actor who does his voiceover is growing up with him too. If you listen closely, you can hear a little voice changes between the seasons. His character is personification of any of us. I know there's a word for that, but I can't remember it at the moment. If you know what I mean, please write it in the comment section down below the video. He's trying to find out who he really is. He's half human, half gem, not belonging to anyone. Just like us, we all want to belong somewhere and feel needed. He always sees the best in people/gems. I think that this feature comes from his mother. She also loved everyone and everything. What I like in this character the most is the fact that he's not a cliche. He's a boy and he cries, like a lot during the show. We get to see him performing in dress when Sadie says that she's not able to perform. At the same time, he has his own opinion and hardly ever changes it. He can refuse to gems or make them reconcile, like in the episode Kiss on Motor, or It Could Be Great, when he sings with Peridot. And now, something that I wanted to talk about from the very beginning. Lapidot! These two are my probably favorite characters. They are totally opposite beings. Peridot is practical and she has her 2 feet on the ground, while Lapis is more of a mystical person. I can relate to both of them. Peridot's inner fangirl and Lapis' emotional attachment is something that I deal with every day. Besides, they kind of remind me of Ruby and Sapphire. Ruby is similar to Peridot and Sapphire to the Lapis. I don't know if they planned this or it's just a cliche. One part of the relationship has to be impetuous and the other one should be calm. Cliches. And as I said earlier, a lot of people on the internet compare them with Quick Ship from South Park. I'm not saying that I can't see the similarity, but Quick is still canon, while Lapidot is under big question mark at the moment. And yes, I'm talking about Lauren Zook's latest post on the Tumblr, where she wrote that her intention was to make a happy growing queer relationship. She claimed that she wanted Lapidot to be canon and Amethyst to be only the first Peridot's crush, nothing else. But as she left Steven Universe, we can't be sure what the rest of the crew is planning for our precious ship. In my modesty opinion, they create a great team together, and I really hope they will appear more in the new episodes of Steven Universe. And at the end of this video, I just wanted to ask you if you could watch Steven Universe episodes when they air on Cartoon Network. We all know that this station messed up in the last few weeks, so we have to stand together and protect our favorite cartoon. That's all I wanted to say. Don't forget to subscribe. Love your clocks. Bye!